What's up, y'all? It's your boy Ike back here with another video for y'all on the Yankee Blue YouTube channel. So this is going to be a news video. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing these every day, frankly, because there are plenty of other YouTubers out there that do news videos every day with more followers than me that you guys have probably already watched by now. So if not, then thanks for being one of my early early viewers. Um, but yeah, so talking about Chelsea news here today. Um, couple of things. One thing of major notes. We signed a player, so that's always big news. But that's just a tease. So I'll get to the major story later. But for now, let's start with the first story for today. Um, so the Chelsea B team is, if we're going to call it that. Not really the B team, it's just the guys who didn't get to play yesterday in the first match, the first leg, I guess, of our first match versus the first leg of our match versus Udinese. Um, yeah, so there was a game this morning. I honestly I had forgotten. I knew that there was a game this morning, but I had forgotten. I was tired and I was still sleeping when it was on. And by the time I woke up, I didn't realize that the game was still on. So and I started watching other games. So um, not too happy about it because I wish I'd seen the game, but it is what it is. I should bring up the lineup. I know I took a photo of that earlier because I wanted to talk about it. Did I? Oh, no, I didn't. Oh well. Anyway, I know Kovacic played. I know Joel played. I know Loftus Cheek scored. I believe he was, based on what I read earlier today, I believe he was influential. And Ziyech scored a penalty in the second half. I think Loftus Cheek's goal was in the first half stoppage time, I believe. Great. We played Udinese's B team with our B team, and we won. Doesn't really do much for me. Kovacic captained the side. I know that he played 90 minutes, which is good. Need him to be firing in all cylinders come next week because he's probably going to be one of our starters on opening day. Him and Conte, if I had to guess, but that's for another video coming later next week. So yeah, we won. We beat Udinese. Great. Preseason's over. Finally, because it wasn't really that great, if you ask me. But yeah, so swapping up the first story onto the next one. A bit of transfer news. I'm picking my nose live on camera. Early YouTube. Gotta love it. Um, so the second story, Benjamin Pavard, the French center back, was offered to Chelsea recently. Um, my thoughts on that, personally, well, I'm talking about him because you know the report came out the other day that Pavard was offered to Chelsea, but I was watching the German Super Cup today. Actually, a thrilling game, 8 goals. Fantastic, fantastic watch for a neutral. He scored today for Bayern. Believe it was the second phase of play after a set piece. So showing some decent poaching ability for a center back, which I kind of like. Because I was texting with a couple of my Chelsea buddies, and we were going over the Pavard transfer, and I was talking about him. It's like, yeah, I think he's more of like a B plus level signing. He's not. He's no Koulibaly. He's not at that level. I think he's a solid player. Nothing really special. Reminds me of Andreas Christensen, really. Bit more dynamic on the ball than Christensen. Reads the game well. But again, the lack of physicality, especially in being a Premier League center back, is very important, and I think that's a big detractor, at least in my eyes, to his game. So great. We do need center backs very badly, so I don't think I would mind too badly if Pavard was one of the center backs that we signed after Koulibaly, but it's not quite my cup of tea, Benjamin Pavard. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted if on the next news video, or if you guys see news, then feel free to comment on it and let me know if I don't make another news video before then. Next up, Oh yeah. Also in that game, another former Chelsea, well, not another former Chelsea player, but a former Chelsea player, Cobham star Jamal Musiala also scored. He actually opened the scoring in the Super Cup today. So good for Chelsea, I guess. That our former players are that our former player is doing well. Really, one that got away, Jamal Musiala. I remember seeing that the reports saying that one of our Carbon stars had signed for Bayern, and I was like, huh, maybe this kid might be the next Salah De Bruyne. I hope not, but it's looking like he might turn out to be another one because he's I forget what they said in the broadcast, but he's got I think 50 and 70 appearances already for Bayern in the past couple of years since going there, and he's only 19. So that might be one that got away. Looking like one of the next German superstars coming through Bayern. So too bad we don't have a sell-on clause. Oh well. So yeah, good for Jamal Musiala and Bayern taking home some silverware today. Next story, Timo Werner. He's been offered to Leipzig and Juventus recently, which is great. Personally, I think Timo Werner should be out of this Chelsea squad. I was a fan of his as of like a year ago, more because of you want to get behind somebody who's struggling, and he was clearly struggling with his lack of goals, and so I started to root for him. But now it's just like, all right, bro, you're still not scoring. Like, you're still having the yips. Like, come on now. So it's about, and it seems like he thinks it's time for him to move on as well. So him and his agent are talking to Juve and Leipzig, his former team, and supposedly, according to reports, he's willing to take a 50% pay cut, and he's making about 275k, 275,000 pounds a week, I believe. So about a 50% pay cut would take him to about 135, 140,000 pounds a week. I think that's probably a more accurate wage for Timo Werner based on his output the last few years in Chelsea blue. But yeah, I think that would be a good move for Timo Werner to be getting out of Chelsea, because he's not Tuchel's cup of tea. Clearly, we thought him coming in, German connection would be a thing, but it's definitely not. So, yeah, so maybe we're going to be seeing Timo Werner be leaving the Chelsea squad in the next month or so before the window is closed. And to wrap up the video for today, I want to talk about our new signing, Gabriel Slonina, the young American U20 goalkeeper, has not officially signed yet, but you know what happens. When we get the "here we go" from Fabrizio Romano, you know that the deal has some legs. And the deal's been rumored for a number of months now, since Petr Cech and Marina Granovskaya were still running the show for us over here at Chelsea. So I was with this deal, I was actually a bit nervous, being that he's an American kid, and as an American myself, I'm always going to be gassed when Chelsea signs an American, especially one that's seemingly got a lot of potential. A 6'4" goalkeeper that's been a starter for a professional team. Granted, it's only in the MLS, but he's showing a lot of potential already. So I'm very excited for Gabriel Slonina that he's about to sign. Hopefully, knock on wood, hopefully Barcelona doesn't come knocking. It's like, Chelsea's interested in somebody, so let me go and try to sign that guy now, because Barcelona can't scout anybody. They just want to copy what we're doing. Anyway, let's not talk about Barcelona right now, because they have pissed me off this summer. Anyway, so yeah, Gabriel Slonina is on the verge of signing. According to Romano, I believe his second tweet about Slonina said that he will be flying to London, tomorrow, Sunday the 31st of July, right? July has 31 days, right? Should probably know that. Yes, it does. So he's flying to London tomorrow, hopefully to be signing a contract Hopefully, I don't expect if he does fly to London tomorrow. I'm not one of those guys that tracks flights, but if he is flying to London tomorrow, I'm assuming that we won't be seeing any announcements or anything for the next couple days. Probably, even if he does sign his contract tomorrow in like in real time, I doubt we hear anything until like Wednesday, knowing Chelsea and how we do our signings this summer. So that's great. Gaga Slanina, American, one for the future. The one point I did want to make, I think the fact that we are going to sign Slanina, according to Romano, he is going to finish the year with the Chicago Fire in MLS this season, and then join Chelsea in January. So I think that gives some legs to this to the story that I saw yesterday, being that Kepa is probably on his way to Serie A on loan to get some minutes and probably try to fight for his place in the Spanish nationals team, which is what Werner is doing and for his reasoning for leaving Chelsea, which is, you know, it's a World Cup year, so you're always going to get a few stories of players leaving their current squad if they are not within the manager's plans per se. So yeah, so that's it. That's my Chelsea news video for today. Let me know what you think about Gaga Slonina, about Timo Werner, about Benjamin Pavard, Jamal Musiala, who I talked about. Yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think. If you have any thoughts of your own, if you want to respond to anything that I said, give me some pointers, give me some tips, whatever. I'll take I'll take anything on day 2 of being a YouTuber. So yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.